Have you ever thought that your emotional state might be the villain behind those annoying pimples? Indeed, the connection between our mental well-being and skin health is closer than it seems. Let's delve into the 6 reasons why anxiety might be causing these undesirable acne outbreaks and explore the world of psychodermatology, a field that examines the interaction between mind and skin to understand how emotional stress tragically impacts our dermatological health. Discover how your emotional state could be influencing the health of your skin and what you can do to alleviate both anxiety and acne. Let's get started. 1. Stress hormones. You know, when we're under pressure or feeling anxious, our bodies react in ways we sometimes don't even notice. One of these reactions involves our hormones, especially cortisol, popularly known as the stress hormone. When we're anxious, the level of cortisol in our blood rises, and this has a cascade effect on various body functions, including our skin. Cortisol can cause the sebaceous glands in our skin to produce more oil. You might have noticed that during periods of high anxiety, your skin appears oilier. That's why. And as you can imagine, this excess oil is not exactly the best friend of our skin. It can clog pores, which often leads to the development of acne. For example, I remember a time in college, during finals, that was particularly stressful for me. I was not only studying nonstop, but also felt that constant pressure to perform well. And the result? My skin reacted. It was one of the worst acne outbreaks I've ever had, precisely because of this increase in cortisol. That's why it's so important to find ways to manage our stress and anxiety. It's not just a matter of feeling better mentally, it's also about taking care of our bodies as a whole, including our skin. Practices like meditation, yoga, and even spending time doing something we enjoy, like reading a book or watching a movie, can help reduce these cortisol levels and keep our skin healthier. 2. Inflammation. Besides stress hormones, another factor that deserves our attention when talking about anxiety and acne is inflammation. Anxiety not only messes with our hormones, but can also leave our body in a more inflammatory state. This is a quieter process, but with quite visible impacts, especially on the skin. When we're stressed or anxious for long periods, our immune system is affected, and this can increase overall body inflammation. This happens because the body is trying to defend itself, but in the process, it may end up attacking its own skin, exacerbating problems like acne. To give you a clear example, imagine you're preparing for an important presentation at work. You spend weeks anxious, losing sleep, and eating poorly because of nerves. It's very likely that in addition to exhaustion, your skin will begin to show signs of inflammation, such as redness and acne, because your body is in constant defense mode, trying to deal with the anxiety. And how can we deal with this? Besides relaxation techniques and mental health care, something that can help a lot is paying attention to our diet. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as fruits and vegetables, and those with anti-inflammatory properties, like omega-3 rich fish, can be great allies in the fight against inflammation and, consequently, against acne. These practices, combined with a conscious effort to avoid prolonged stressful situations, can make a big difference not only in your mental health, but also in the appearance and health of your skin. 3. Eating habits. Speaking of diet, have you noticed how anxiety can completely change our eating habits at the table? During periods of intense stress, we often turn to foods that provide immediate comfort, usually rich in sugars and fats. Although these snacks may seem comforting at the moment, they can have a significant negative impact on our skin. Let's think together. In moments of anxiety, it's common to feel that almost irresistible urge to devour a chocolate bar or finish a package of potato chips. The problem is that this type of food can exacerbate sebum production, contributing to the appearance of acne. Sugar, for example, raises insulin levels, which in turn can stimulate the sebaceous glands in the skin. From personal experience, I remember a phase when my anxiety was through the roof because of a project at work. At that time, my diet was full of fast food and sweets. Not only did I feel constantly tired and irritable, but my skin clearly reflected this poor diet. I had more pimples than usual. It was a tough cycle to break, but when I started incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and water into my routine, I noticed a significant improvement in both my mood and my skin. The key here is to try to maintain a balanced diet, even during periods of great stress. This doesn't mean you can never eat the foods you love, but it's important to be aware that a nutrition rich in vitamins and minerals can be a strong ally not just for your overall health, but also to keep your skin clear and healthy. 4. Excessive face touching. Another habit that often accompanies periods of anxiety is excessive face touching. Perhaps without even realizing it, many of us end up touching our faces several times a day, especially when we're worried or nervous. This seemingly innocent gesture can actually have quite negative consequences for our skin. Each time we touch our face with our hands, we're potentially transferring a series of bacteria and dirt from our hands to our skin. These impurities can easily clog pores, creating the perfect environment for the emergence of acne. Just imagine, each touch could be depositing small invaders that contribute to inflammation and skin eruptions. For example, think of the times when you were anxious for an important response, maybe a work email or a message from someone special. In those moments of waiting, it's common to repeatedly bring our hands to our face, often without even noticing. Now think about the amount of bacteria our hands collect throughout the day, from holding onto the bus railing to typing on the computer keyboard. All these germs find a way to our face every time we touch it. The solution to this involves developing a greater awareness of this habit. Something simple that can help is to keep hands occupied with objects like stress balls, or even adopting the practice of keeping hands below the table level when seated. Additionally, maintaining good hand hygiene is crucial. Washing hands regularly and avoiding touching the face unless necessary, like when applying skincare products, can make a big difference in preventing acne. This small adjustment in daily behavior can be a great ally in the fight against anxiety-caused acne. 5. Neglected skincare. During periods of intense anxiety, it's common for our personal care routine to undergo changes, and this includes skincare. When we're under stress, we often feel so overwhelmed that even the most basic tasks, like washing our face or applying moisturizer, seem to require a Herculean effort. Neglecting these basic care practices can have a direct impact on the health of our skin. Inadequate cleansing allows impurities and oils to accumulate, clogging pores and giving space for acne to thrive. Additionally, when we skip steps like moisturizing, we compromise the skin's protective barrier, making it more vulnerable to irritations and inflammations. For example, during a period of exams at university, I found myself constantly skipping my nightly skincare routine because I simply wanted to collapse into bed after a long day of studying. The result? Not only did my skin become oilier and more prone to acne, but I also felt that my skin was generally more irritated and sensitive. To combat this, it's helpful to establish a skincare routine that is both effective and manageable. It doesn't need to be anything elaborate. Even the basics like cleaning and moisturizing the skin twice a day can make a big difference. And if anxiety is really hindering your ability to maintain this routine, it might be a good idea to look for strategies to manage that stress. This can include relaxation techniques, therapy, or simply dedicating time to activities you love and that bring you peace. In addition, using products suitable for your skin type is crucial. Products that are too harsh can further irritate anxious skin, so opting for gentle, non-comedogenic formulas can help keep the skin clean and healthy. Ultimately, maintaining a skincare routine not only helps combat acne, but can also be a form of self-care that brings a sense of normalcy and control in times of anxiety. Skin microbiota. Imbalance. The skin microbiota, this diverse collection of microorganisms living on the surface of our skin, plays a fundamental role in maintaining health and protecting against external pathogens. However, when we're anxious, hormonal imbalance and changes in immunity can negatively affect this delicate balance, leading to dermatological problems like acne. It's interesting to think that our skin, like an ecosystem, can be destabilized by internal factors as much as by external ones. During periods of prolonged stress, like in an anxiety crisis, this imbalance can facilitate the excessive growth of harmful bacteria that, under normal conditions, would be controlled by the immune system and other beneficial bacteria. For example, the bacterium asterisk Propionibacterium acnes asterisk, which is naturally present on our skin, can become a problem when there's an imbalance. This bacterium feeds on the sebum produced by the sebaceous glands, and an increase in sebum production, as discussed earlier with the increase in cortisol, can allow this bacterium to thrive, resulting in inflammation and acne. To help maintain the balance of the skin microbiota, it's crucial to care not only about what we put into our bodies, but also what we apply to our skin. Using products designed to support or restore the microbiota can be very beneficial. Looking for ingredients that promote skin health, such as prebiotics and probiotics, can help strengthen this natural barrier against microbial imbalances. In addition, maintaining a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition and adequate hydration can support immune function and, by extension, help maintain the health of the skin microbiota. This, combined with a regular skincare routine that respects your specific type and conditions, can help keep these small inhabitants in harmony, reducing the risk of acne. Now that we understand how anxiety can directly affect the health of our skin, it's clear that taking care of the mind is as important as taking care of the body. Implementing strategies to manage stress and anxiety not only will improve your mental health, but also can reflect positively on the quality of your skin. Remember, the key to healthy skin may lie in emotional balance. Take care of yourself inside and out. Don't forget to consult a dermatologist and, if necessary, a psychologist for personalized and more effective approaches. If you've made it this far, it's reason enough to follow us, which helps spread this knowledge to many more people. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.